Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Jay Izso. Jay is an author, speaker, coach, and a podcaster. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Jay Izso.
Thank you, Siddique. Thanks for having me on.
Welcome. Thank you. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Not sure that there is one thing in particular or one event in particular. I've always been a maverick, the hat, meaning that I kind of always were beat to my own drummer. I like to be authentic. That's what I am. I kind of let life kind of carry me from place to place until I found these things that I'm passionate about and to help serve a higher purpose to others. My story is pretty simple. I was raised in a town of 119 people in Nebraska. I was a farmhand, hundreds of acres, hundreds of pigs, cattle, horses, went to college, played football, then went to grad school to work on my master's and doctorate, and then just found my way.
What are the top three mistakes to avoid?
Don't let your past haunt you. That's the very first one. Second one, don't let mistakes worry you about being mistakes. They're actually an opportunity to learn. And three, don't let others tell you how you should be or live.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
So my first semester in college, I was a 0.75 student. My very first semester, my dad was going to transfer me to a tech school. I told him I would fix it. I didn't know how, so I asked for help and found the right people, and we fixed it. And I think what I learned most from that is you have to ask for help, and then you have to be willing to do the work.
How did you recover from it?
Just hard work and people, surrounding myself with the right people to help me.
What are your top three success secrets that others can model from?
Always know that you can control your attitude regardless of circumstances. Number two, always know that you're in control of your effort regardless of what's going on around you. And then be grateful every morning, first thing when you wake up. Write down 7 things that you're grateful for.
We are about to move into a lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
What are you grateful for today?
That I'm a better man today than I was yesterday.
Give me 7. You just told me 7 things you need to be grateful for.
I am grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for the fact that I have a place to live that I call my own. I am grateful for the friends that I have that surround me. I'm grateful that I get to do what I do every single day. I am grateful that I am in magnificent health for my age and active. And I am so grateful that I am loved unconditionally.
How young are you?
57.
Jay, you are not 57. You are 18 years old with 39 years experience.
That's kind of the way I feel too, Siddique. I agree with you. I'm not going to deny it. I do.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I think I want to do the same thing I'm doing right now. I have 4 things that I do. I coach, I podcast, I write, I speak. And I love doing all those things, and it's naturally my gifting. So I think I just want to do that. But, I'm always open, so if you got something that you think I should be doing, Siddique, I'm open to, doing what you want me to do.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
First thing is I rely on my faith. And then you have to get back up and you have to take one more step, even if it's a small one. And then I have this motto: improvise, adapt, and overcome.
How do you start your day?
I have a devotional system that I do. I read 3 different devotionals every day. I pray, I drink my coffee, and I write something inspiring plus my gratitude journal.
What is the advice you will give to younger yourself?
I would say, you know what? God loves you unconditionally. That would be the advice I give my younger self.
Once you have a revenue-generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
I write a business plan, and then we talk about it. And if we're both on the same page, we go for it.
I understand you read one book per week, which is
per week.
crazy.
Yes.
Yes, I know. Here's my question. You are welcome to show me multiple books. However, speak about one book at a time,
Yep.
and we only have a minute to cover as many as books you want. So that's it. Very quick one. Here is my question. You can answer it as many as time you like for every new book.
Okay.
Start with showing the cover, and then here's my question: Is what is the impactful business book you have read, and what did you learn from it? Go for it.
Right. So the first one is the Bible. The reason why it's impactful is because it changed character, and character is the thing that is far superior to talent. So the better character you have is going to serve you well in your business, and so that's why that's the first one. Next one is by Dr. John Gray, who's been on my show. It's called Beyond Mars and Venus. The #1 selling relationship author. This book was great because if your relationships are right, your business is going to be right. And that really impacted me greatly. Pure Innovation by Leo Batari. This is 115 pages of absolutely some of the best practical advice backed up by research on how to make powerful, impactful, high performance teams. Simply fantastic book. Get in Gear by Sean Ryan. The 7 gears to strategy to execution and results. Again, a practical yet research-filled book that is just great and practical information for people to run a business. Coaching Way Up by Lynn Guerin. This is lessons from John Wooden, the #1 coach in the world, won 10 national championships, and he had just simply sound advice for living life and running your business. And then finally, Man to Man by Chuck Swindoll. I think it's one of the just fabulous books on understanding what it takes to be a man, regardless of your age, and doing the right thing by everyone. And I think that was really impactful because you need to be doing the right thing rather than trying to earn money.
I understand that you are author of 4 books, and start with the most recent one. You are welcome to point back. I can see the books. You can do one by one if you like to, and go
Yes.
with the book. And here is my question.
Yeah.
Which show me the book, which point to one book at one time. And okay, one second. Here's my question. Why is someone? What is the book title? Why someone
Let,
should read that book, and what's the benefit of what they will gain from that book? Go for it.
yeah. So this is the latest book I've written called Lessons from the Farm: Essential Rules for Success. This book really is for anyone who wants to have some practical, useful advice in terms of being able to live their life, run a business, and understand that we all have within us this, we're control of our attitude, effort, and our persistence if we want to. And that book is really just some simple lessons to guide you. For example, one of them is sometimes you have to do things afraid. The fact of the matter is you can't let fear stop you. You have to do it even afraid. The book at the far end, Got Social Mediology, that's been translated into Arabic and I think a few other languages. That was the very first book on helping people understand how to use social media without spending money on marketing by understanding the psychology of the user and the social psychology of each platform. We're currently in revision of that book right now. And then the 2 social media playbooks were written 2 years ago. The social media playbook for student athletes and the social media playbook for coaches and administrators, really to help people understand how not to do dumb things on social media and how to do the right thing on social media so they can be more successful.
Jay, if you don't mind repeating something for me, talk about one book at a time because we are going to take out the clip. So talk about the one for athlete, one for the administrator separately. Don't mix it up when you're saying it. Go for it again.
Oh, okay, sure. So the first book is Lessons from the Farm.
No,
Essential.
done with this one. You go with this social media one. You combine the answer in 2. So go with the second book.
Oh, okay. So these 2 books actually come as a set generally.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's,
Okay, it's a set. Okay, now I know what you mean. Okay.
yeah. So these two books are basically social media playbook for student athletes and the social media playbook for coaches and administrators. We generally, they're what I call pocket books, meaning that they're not real long reads, but what they're meant to is to give you strategies, both as a coach or an administrator, of how to teach your students about social media and how to use it correctly. And then the other book, the social media playbook for student athletes, is how to, as a student, understand, or as an athlete, or as a young person, understand the consequences that can be associated with social media. I have a statement, and it goes like this. You have freedom of speech, but you do not have freedom of consequences. And that's the fact. And so it's getting people to understand, sure, you could say whatever you want on social media, but you are not free from the consequences that can be associated with that. And consequences come in two types. There's positive and there's negative. So it's getting people to understand that if you do the right thing on social media, there's a lot of positive consequences, and to avoid the negative consequences that come most of the time that we see in the media.
Why being impactful is important to you?
It's my purpose. I believe that I was called to inspire, empower, encourage people, and use my gifts to do that. And so that's my purpose.
Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
Can you repeat that question? I'm sorry.
It's on your screen right now. Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
Oh, okay. Mentor. Okay. Yeah. So, you know what? I just lost my mentor. He just passed away. His name was Bob Lillydahl. And he was the farmer I spent most of my time working for. And I just lost him. And, he taught me so much on working hard and just giving effort every day and having integrity and, believing in people and believe in their potential. And that's what he did for me growing up as a young man. And so I'm always grateful for that.
What do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered that when my eulogy is read, that he did everything that he could to help as many people as he could.
Just as a follow-up, you won't be there. Why even care what they say? You won't be there at that time. Why you even care what they say?
I don't. I just want to know that there's a legacy, that people were helped. I don't care. Nobody cares when they're dead, but I just hope that I hope people will have been helped because of what I've done, and that they can carry that on in future generations.
Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is somebody who is stuck in business and can't figure out whether it's in communication or, probably they're in sales. They're probably, they could be an athlete. I work with a lot of athletes as well who are stuck and having troubles mentally. But I deal a lot with, with salespeople, sales professionals, business professionals, CEOs, C-suite professionals, and helping them become better leaders and be more successful in their lives.
How can we support you?
Hire me. No, hire me. Listen to my show. It's called A New Direction with Izso. It's in 77 countries. So listen to the show. Hire me to speak. Hire me as your coach.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to have your few words about your today's guest experience on the show. Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
Well, it's probably been the most organized show I've ever been on. I've done hundreds of shows over the course of years, but I love the questions because you made me revisit some of the things that I don't often think about. So thank you for that.
What would you say as a final word?
You are in control of your attitude and effort and getting back up. Do things afraid. Don't let your education dictate your job. You will be happiest and most fulfilled when you use your God-given talents and abilities. Find them, use them, and give them to others. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be an amazing journey for you.
Thank you so much, Jay, for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team, we really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.